So since Sonia and I separated, I have seen my daughter diddly squat, right, to say the least. And for the first year of it, it would be the most torturous thing that I've ever experienced in my life.
Dennis and I met at one of my parties. It was my 46th birthday.
That very single night that I actually came here onto this party was the beginnings of a holiday that is unparalleled to any other than I had ever had.
I'd seen him around North Melbourne previously, but never really got to know him. So on that night, we just kind of like hit it off.
This was a place where people actually got together. There was art, there was a good vibe here, there was parties here.
I met Dennis in this building about 3 months ago. We've had 2 shows together. Actually, he lived at my house for a little while. And we've sort of become mates. And now this will be the 3rd time.
And I met Shani shortly after that, or within that time that I was there. And Shani's actually an artist that I actually have had, now already 2 shows together in this very short period of time.
He liked selling the art. I appreciated his artwork. And what he'd do, he'd bring something in, he'd say, look, you know what, you're going to love this. You're just going to love it. And I said, well, hang on a minute, I think I'm kind of full.
The relationship that I've had with Zoran is of such that I've basically taken over his house with my artwork. And
then as he brought it in, I thought, you know what, this would really work, or could it work as a gallery? As
I dumped a whole bunch of pictures off into his garage area, he asked as to whether this would be a good spot for a gallery. And I thought, well, at first I didn't even know how to really respond to it. I was actually quite excited about the possibility, but I really had to process it properly.
We met last Friday, Shani, Dennis, and myself.
We were actually had something to gain without it to being about dollars.
I think Dennis has got some really good ideas in terms of, doesn't want to spend money on advertising. It's going to be just something that appears one day. So it's not there, and all of a sudden it is.
The idea of the title of the gallery was stemmed from the fact that actually I just came out of Adelaide seeing my daughter for the first time in 5 months. And after 5 months, and the way it actually transpired, that I knew I wasn't going to see my daughter for quite some time.
I think Andre's been roped in. He's going to help out as well.
Andre, come over here. This is my builder that's actually going to be assisting us today.
Very nice. Let's have a look.
Now, the guys have got some really strong beliefs on what the gallery should look like. They're talking dark grey. They're talking some lighting. They're talking, fairly minimalist approach.
We're going to go for a deep grey over here, right through, because we've got a number of sort of pipes and areas that are quite non-flattering. So if we go for a deep grey and get some really strong line that goes up on these beams over here. Andre and I just went outside and talked about the logistics of how we're going to do it. And trust me on this, man, I think you should be there.
I wasn't going to be there.
No, be there while we're actually talking about it, because we've got some grandiose plans. Grandiose. One of the things that made me feel very blessed was that all the people that were going to be involved in this were accepting of the fact that I wanted to call the gallery Ruby Ropar Gallery, which is my daughter's name. Hello, Ruby. This is actually Zoran's living quarters. This is our patron, who's very recently into the arts. It's only 2.5 weeks before we're actually opening up the set of doors, and we're doing it with a guerrilla campaign. We're not doing it with just the exercise of money means attention. We're doing it. Everybody's coming around my place. Everybody's coming around. For a girl that actually doesn't really know that her dad is there, I mean, she knows who daddy is, but I'm not there. So for me to actually have this to be film documented and understand in time that I was constantly thinking about her was monumental in my mind.
It's just about respect, really. And if it helps him connect with his daughter, I reckon that's got to be a good thing. Everybody's coming around.